What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Saucy and I'm back with another video. Today we will be doing basically the hairstyles gonna be like mine. We'll be doing a blowout on the sides and on the back. So I just picked up the camera. This is what I'm doing my intro right now. I seen him coming in. He was looking like a wolf. Completely changed him. I'm like, you know, it should be actually a good haircut tutorial to show you guys. And also, if you need me to do any other haircut tutorials, please drop in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and share if you haven't. Right here I'm going with a clipper over comb. You could also do a number 5. I just decided to do clipper over comb because it's just easier for me. It saves me time, and me personally, I think it's better. When using your clipper over comb, as you can see, I'm basically scooping out. I don't want to dig in. That's what you don't want to do, because if you dig in, that will create a hard guideline. And around the ears and behind the neck, I go just a little lower. That way I don't have to use extra guards, and I can easily come back with a 4 or 5 and just clean everything up. I don't have to worry about doing a 5 or 4, all that. Now I just got to deal with the blowout on the sides and then on the back. Make sure you take your time. You do not want to rush when you're doing the clipper over comb. And as you can see, I'm digging in at first, but I'm scooping out at the end. Basically, I'm digging in to pull the hair, like, so the comb can fully grab the hair, and then I'm scooping out. But when I scoop out, I want to line that hair up with the hair that I just cut before, that I just clipper over comb. So when you scoop it out, you're gonna see the hair you just clipper over comb. And right here, I'm going a little lower around the ears and around the back, just so when I come and line it up, everything, I don't have excessive bulk. I'm all good to line up. You do not want to clipper over comb all the way to his cowlick. The reason why is that if you clip over comb all the way to his cowlick, it's just gonna make that hair stick up. So what you want to do is wet the hair and take care of it with your shears. So now we're doing the shear work. I asked the client how much he wanted off the top. So right now I'm basically just, as you can see, I'm neatly I combed it all to the front. Now I'm putting it back and hitting it with the shears right behind. Like, I can see the hair I cut behind that one, so I'm hitting it right there. And then right here I'm just doing a rough draft, so when I line them up. So right now pretty much I only have to worry about the sides and fading the back and lining up the front, getting his eyebrows done, his mustache, cleaning his facial hair. So right now you want to set in your first ball line. I'm going to come in with your lever open about 1/2 inch. You don't want to dig in. Make sure you're scooping in at the end, but you make sure you have a clean guideline. So right here, I'm going with a number 3, just knocking down some bulk off the top so my fade can fall into place. You also want to pull the ear down and clean up behind the ear. Make sure you don't have little, they look like wings. They're like little wings. When you don't hit the back of the ear, that's just little details that separate you from everybody else. If you hit that back piece that behind the ear, the client's gonna notice. I'm telling you, he's gonna notice. He's not gonna have the little hair sticking out from the side, because you can give him a clean blowout, but those hairs are gonna make it look a little weird when you're looking at it from the front. So right now I'm coming in with my number 1 guard. I'm setting my next guideline a little over, like right over the ear. I'm kind of flicking out. That way I don't want to create a harsh guideline, so I can just come in and clean it up. So right now I'm pulling on the skin and I'm closing my number 1 guard just to soften that line up, like right under. I just went with the number 1 guard over the ear, so I'm going like right under that, and I'm closing it, so that way I can just come back with my 0 guard, which is this guard right here, and completely knock that middle line. Now I will only have to worry about that ball line right there, and I could easily flick that out. And I'll show you guys how to do it right now. If you guys have a pair of clippers that are 0 gapped, you want to change to those clippers, and then you fully close them, and then you just open them little by little. But right here you're flicking out because you don't want to make another guideline. You're flicking out and you're opening them little. You open them, you flick out, you open a little more, you flick out until you get to your lever open. You don't want to go up too high because you're going to create another guideline. right now we're about to start lining my client's C cup and around the ear. For the C cups, you want to keep it nice and natural. You do not, I repeat, you do not want to dig in too deep, because then when it grows in, it's not going to look nice. Just keep it nice and natural. Make sure you go over it a couple times. And same thing for the back of the ear. You pull the ear down, you just go right over it. You don't want to dig in. Just go right over it. If you see any hairs that are sticking out, you can use a guard or clipper over comb. Make sure there's no hair sticking out behind the ear. Right here, you're taking the same steps. As you can see, right now I'm putting in my ball line. And I didn't show you guys this step, but I already did my lever open. As you can see, I already did my lever open, that bottom line. This is a number 2. I'm going up about an inch and a half. So I'm coming in with a number 3 guard, just so the top could blend in, like right over where I use the number 2 guard. I'm going just flicking out so it could fade right in, and I don't have to worry about any of the bulk on the top or coming back and cleaning that up. I'm just going cleaning up like a little behind the ear and fading that like right in, just like flicking out. Now I will only have to worry about the fading the bottom. So here we're coming right under the number 2 guard we just used. This is a number 1 guard open. We're going right under that number 2, and we kind of flicking out. You don't want to dig in because you don't want to come back with a number 2 and clean it up again. So we just go right under it, and then we hit that middle line. You're not going to completely take it out. So you close your number 1 guard. You're just going to soften that line. You're not going to completely take it out. You're just going to soften it. Take your time with it, and you're going to come back with your 0 guard, which is this one right here, and completely, as you can see, it's fading right in. Just open it and then you close it. When you open it, you're just gonna soften that line just a little more. It's like you're preparing it. You just soften that line a little more. That way when you hit it with the 0 guard fully closed, it blends right in. And now you will only have to worry about that bottom line, which is your lever open. So now here I'm lining up the client. On the other side, same steps. Don't dig in. Pull the ear down. Go right over the ear. Keep it nice and natural. Since I already showed you guys how to fade the other side, I fast forward this side, but try and guess the steps. You can see this is a number 2. So we did the number 3 right over it on the other side. So we're going to do the same thing on this side. Go behind the ear like I said. You don't want those wings sticking out. Just flicking out so it can fade right in. And just follow the same steps. Right now we're going with a number 1 open. Just you flicking out so you can get your little transition going. Now you're going to close it to soften that line. Right now I will usually hit it with the 0 guard, but I seen some bulk and some dark spots. I just wanted to get out the way. So I'm just hitting that way I don't have to come back, you know what I'm saying? But right now I'm just taking care of that bottom line right there. With my 0 gap clippers, I'm just flicking out and I'm going up, opening the lever as I go up little by little. I'm hitting some more dark spots. This is just detail work, and now I'm going to come in with my 0 guard, you know, and just clean it up. Now we're just going to get ready to line up the back of the ear, his C cup. You know what I'm saying? Before we actually like line up his front, his tape, I'm actually going to blow dry the hair so all the hairs in the front can like stick out, and that way I don't have nothing hiding. When he showers, I don't have to worry about no extra hairs like coming out or stuff. So it's just things that really separate you from everybody else, you know what I'm saying? So right now he can either do it as a crop top, or you know what I'm saying, it's in a good shape for a crop top, as you guys can see, but he usually just combs it straight to the front. So I want to comb it straight to the front. If you take a close look to his cowlick, as you can see, like everything is laying down nice. We're blow drying it so the hairs in the front could like perfectly lay down. That when we line them up, they're nice and firm. Also, you blow dry the hair. So this is like the last thing you want to do. I will freehand those little hairs that are sticking out. It's just a quick tip right there. You just, you know what I'm saying? Like right now I'm freehanding it, like I'm lining up, but it's basically I'm still freehanding. As you can see, if you take a close look, I'm hitting those little hairs that are hanging off the back and on the sides. You always, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I took a a quick look to my mirror. A mirror is not gonna lie to you. Everything, all the dark spots, you might see a blend is perfectly fine in your eyes. But if you look at that mirror or when you're lining somebody up, don't be scared of facing towards the mirror. That way you can see if you see some hair sticking out one side's higher than the other. Just, face them to the mirror, you know what I'm saying? And also, if they're looking at you, or if you have problems when you're lining somebody up and they're looking like right at you, just tell them, hey, close your eyes. That way you don't get no hair, like no hair falls in your eyes. Just tell them, you know what I'm saying, just close your eyes. Or if they're on their phone while you're lining them up, you know what I'm saying, hey, you can just put it away right quick while I line you up. The line up in the front is very important, so you want to make sure your client is fully calm, and you know what I'm saying, he's not moving or anything. So now if you're dealing with kids or little kids, you got to take your time a little more with them, you know what I'm saying, you got to be patient. If anything, try to crack a little joke or talk about something to entertain them. Or be like, oh, close your eyes, here's it, you know what I'm saying, just try to like talk to a kid, like a little kid, the way you know what I'm saying, like the way you think they will actually listen to you. And it's not gonna work all the time, because there's just some kids that don't like getting a haircut. But that's just a tip right there. But as you can see, we just tap and go, comb the hair out, make sure you got no extra hair sticking out. Please do not go in the comment section down below and talk about some goddamn this is a pushback. It's not a pushback. This is how the client wants me to line them up. So right here I'm doing what the client wants. And yeah, make sure you just take your time with it. Tap, comb the hair out, tap again. You know what I'm saying? When you comb the hair out, you just double check and you don't got no hair sticking out. So yeah, just take your time with it. Now, as you can see, his front lineup is coming nice and crispy. It's coming in together. So if you want to go ahead and dust him off, if there's hairs over his eyes and his face, you can dust him off. If you have a compressor, you just want to take the hair, just remove the hair off his face. And like I said, just comb the hair out. Make sure you double check. You can see I combed it out a couple times, make sure everything's good. Right here we add in enhancements before we use the blade. Please do not mind my nails, it's the enhancements, it's just a kiss, but it does not come off. But yeah, right now we're just hitting it with enhancements, going over his hairline. Also, when you're lining somebody up, I forgot to tell you guys, but when you're lining somebody up, they comb their hair forward, make sure they're looking up, because when their hair's combed forward, sometimes they have like this little shadow while you're lining them up, so that might like throw you off. So just make sure they're looking like kind of looking up. That way, you know what I'm saying, there's no shadow confusing you or anything. Right here, now I'm hitting the blade, right, the straight razor right after. Clean up his eyebrows. You don't want to make them too thin, and just clean them up. Clean his facial hair. We're gonna get his mustache right. You know what I'm saying? This is your time, bro. Like, when you doing haircut, make sure you go into it confident, like, yo, I'm gonna snap on this haircut. You know what I'm saying? Because if you go with that mentality, that's exactly what you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna snap on that haircut. But if you go in there, you sit him down, you give him, you know what I'm saying, you already nervous. It's straight to be nervous. Just, you know what I'm saying, the back of your head, just keep that mentality, like, yo, I'm finna snap on this haircut. You know what I'm saying? So just do you while you're in that chair. This is your time. Just make sure you use it wisely. Right now we're just cleaning up his facial hair and all that good stuff. You wanted a slit on his eyebrows, so right here I'm hitting actually 2 slits. So I'm hitting bomb. I just hit two slits. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right now I'm just using the shaver. I want to go up. You do not, my bad for the angle, but you do not want to go up all the way to where you first setting that ball on. You want to leave a little bit of space, like a 1/2 inch. from where you first started your ball line. That way you can see like I tap down, or as I'm going up, I'm kind of like flicking out. You don't want to go right in because that's just gonna make a really hard guideline. That's gonna make you push the whole fade all over again. Right now he was laying on the back of his head, so that other side looks a little funny. Alright, YouTube, this is the haircut. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and don't forget to turn your post bell notification on. It's 2020. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Be taking over 2020, saucy and all over the place, man. Stop playing. That being said, it's your boy Saucy and I'm out. You dig?